Hey guys, my name is Javier and I am your Cybermonth Ambassador here at SM City San Lazaro, and we are here right now at their events area for the GizmoCon that will be running, by the way, on August 9 to 24, and we have a few gadgets here to review, to talk about. But first, let me tell you about myself. I am a TV host, I am a sportscaster, so I'm always on the go. You know, I don't have a specific location, a specific routine every day. I go to bounce from one location to another because I have a morning show in the morning and then I have a coverage in the afternoon. So that means I need to have certain gadgets with me. My must-haves, okay, first up, I've got my iPhone here, my iPhone X. This is I cannot live without my phone, as you guys can't also, diba? You cannot live without your phone. So this is my must-have here. It's got great features. It's a very solid phone, by the way. It's okay. It has an okay speed. It's kind of fast. It takes relatively decent pictures. Just enough for me to post nice pictures on my Instagram page. And aside from this one, I also cannot live without my power bank, and that is my other life. When my iPhone runs out of battery, you know, I always stick to my power bank, and it usually runs out in the middle of the day, especially if I use it continuously all throughout the morning. I need to charge in the middle of the day, so my power bank comes in very handy. And another thing I cannot live without, especially when I'm working out, because I like working out. I work out almost every day. I cannot live without my AirPods. I just rely on music to keep me going, to keep me motivated during my workouts. But we are here today, again, to not just talk about me, but to talk about a few gadgets here. And we have 4 for you guys, coming from 2 brands. We have 2 from Oppo and 2 from Huawei as well. So again, visit the GizmoCon here at the SM City San Lazaro Events Hall from August 9 to 24. And right now, let's get to the gadgets. Hey guys, so we have the gadgets on the table, 2 phones from Oppo, 2 phones from Huawei. We're gonna head on and check out the Huawei phones first, starting with the Huawei Y9 Prime. Now this baby was released just this past August 2019. It is considered a budget phone because it's only priced at 12,990 pesos, but you got the goods here. You got 4,000 milliampere battery power, which can last you about half a day of very intense use. Take note, as you can see here, it's a large phone. It's larger than the P30. If you compare, it has 163 millimeters in length and 77 millimeters in width. But its thickness, it's kind of thick. It's about 9 millimeters in terms of thickness, but that's justified because you're paying 12,990 pesos for a very big phone that is very decent and very strong as well. And if we check out the screen here, so it doesn't have buttons anymore in front, which is an adjustment that Huawei had made a while back. But another adjustment that they made in their new releases is, well, the edge, or the edges rather, of the phone, because it doesn't have edges anymore. So when you go to the sides of the screens here, it kind of goes through seamlessly. Same with the P30 here, but you got good quality here for this phone because you got 4,000 milliampere in terms of battery power, which can last you about half a day of a very intense use before you charge again, using your power bank, using your chargers. And you don't have a problem in unlocking the phone because, as you can see, you don't have a button here. You just can tap on the phone, or it has the fingerprint technology for you guys to unlock the phone very easily. Now, storage-wise, I think you guys can choose from 64 and 128 gig storage internal, and a micro SD slot that can run up to about 1 terabyte. That big of a storage outside the 64 and 128 gigabytes. So you guys have quality phones here, and I'm not yet talking about the camera here. Okay, let me get to the camera. It's 16 megapixel camera, which is very decent. And if you have that much storage inside your phone, you can take a lot of photos, a lot of videos with this phone, and it has very decent photo quality. Now, if you're not very particular, if you're not very into photography, and you're just taking pictures for just to create memories with your friends, your trips, this could actually do. It's very decent, it's very nice. And another added feature on this phone is the selfie camera. Selfie camera is not their usual selfie camera that you see, especially on budget phones, because this is a pop-up selfie camera featured here. So there you go, that's another added value on this phone. And again, if you guys want to get the Huawei Y9 Prime, it is priced at 12,990 pesos. Okay, now let's go to the top of the line phone. We're done with the Y9 Prime. Let's go to the P30. Highly touted phone. It has very good quality, 8 gig RAM running through it, which means it's very fast. And again, no edges here, as you can see. It's a little bit smaller than the Y9 Prime here because it's only about 150 millimeters in length and about 7 millimeters in width, but it's a lot thinner and it's a lot lighter, which is the quality you get if you're paying about 56,000 pesos. And what I like about this phone, because a lot of tech gurus consider this one as one of the best camera phones in the market today because of its triple camera Leica technology that has 40 megapixel wide angle camera that you guys can use, and it takes in more colors as well. I think it takes on red, green, yellow, and blue compared to the usual RGB that you see in the other phones. So in terms of camera, if you want a very good camera on your phones, this is the phone to buy. But my only concern here is, despite its power, it only has, it's 8 gig RAM. You guys can choose from 64, 128, and 256 gig internal memory, and up to 256 gig external memory that you guys can put on the micro SD slot. Only has about less than 4,000 milliampere in battery power, which is, well, to be exact, it is 3,650, which I'm not sure if it actually can last long, but I'm pretty sure Huawei took notice of that. Huawei considered that. They've adjusted to the needs of the consumers, so I think it'll last you enough time of the day before you actually charge again. So this is the Huawei P30, one of the best camera phones in the market, one of the fastest as well. As you can see, this is quality pictures right over here that you guys can take. Different modes, night mode, it can adjust to a lot of things as well. That's the night mode. Okay, man, that's a very good camera. Okay, it takes a while to take photos, but as you can see, it takes a very good photos with its camera here. One of the best camera phones in the market. And again, you guys can get it for 55,990 pesos. If this is the phone for you, please do get it in the Huawei stores here at the SM Cyberzone. Now we go to the other side here. These are the set of phones we have from Oppo, and we have the Oppo F11 and the Oppo F11 Pro. Let's start with the Oppo F11 first. Strangely enough though, usually companies release the Pro on a later date, or at least side by side with the more basic version, but not in this case, because Oppo opted to release the Oppo F11 first. This was released, I think, March 2019, and the Oppo 11 was released in May 2019. And okay, so we'll go through them one by one. Now, Oppo F11, this is the slightly larger, it has a bigger screen here, slightly larger but slightly lighter phone. Let's get to them one by one here. You got the cameras here, 48 megapixel camera. You got the built-in selfie camera, which is about 16 megapixel as well. There you go, 16 megapixel selfie camera. This is the built-in selfie camera. And for the screens, you got the basic features as well. You got the headphone jack. You got everything here in the Oppo F11, and you can actually buy it 128 gig internal memory. You guys get the version that has 6 gig RAM as well. And if you get the 64 gig version, you guys will get the 4 gig, or the one that has 4 gig RAM. So you have options there that you guys can choose from if you pick the Oppo F11. And this is slightly, this is priced slightly less than the Oppo F11 Pro because this is priced at 13,990 pesos. So I've mentioned now the basic features of this baby, and let's now go to its kuya. I'm not sure if it's the older brother, but this is the Oppo F11 Pro, and it's very fascinating because again the screen is slightly smaller, just by 0.8 millimeters smaller than the Oppo F11, which is the more basic one. But as you guys can see here, it's the more heavier phone by 2 grams to be exact. Oppo F11 is 188 grams, Oppo F11 Pro is 190 grams. But what you guys will get here is you guys can actually choose from 64 gig and 128 gig with a 6 gig RAM, or you guys can also pick a 64 gig with internal memory with a 4 gig RAM. So those are the options. So it's more flexible with the Oppo F11 Pro. But the main feature, the main difference rather between these two phones is the motorized. You got the, let me go first to the main camera. It also is 48 megapixel, pretty similar to the Oppo F11 here, but the motorized selfie camera is the main difference. As you can see, as I press it here, it will just pop up on top of the phone. There you go. So this baby here is the main difference. It's an external thing. It's not like this camera, it's built in already. This is an entire camera that pops up here. It takes better pictures. So if you want to consider that in buying between or in choosing between these two phones, by the way, this is priced at 16,990 pesos. So that's 3,000 more than the Oppo F11 here. So if this is an X factor for you, if this is a game changer for you, then please do buy the Oppo F11 Pro. Again, available here at the SM Cyberzone. GizmoCon will be happening August 9 to 24, and again they have all of the gadgets here at about 50% less. Those kinds of deals available here at the GizmoCon in the SM City San Lazaro. And again, gadget sale will be ongoing all throughout August 1 to 31, 2019. So please do visit SM City San Lazaro, SM Cyberzone for the gadget sale, and of course the GizmoCon. So there you have it. We checked out 4 phones here, F11, F11 Pro coming from Oppo, and we also had the P30 and the Y9 Prime from Huawei. So we hope we were able to help you guys out in deciding which phones to get, but if you want more options, you guys can go here at the mall, SM City San Lazaro, and check out the GizmoCon happening from August 9 to 24 here at their event center, or you guys can also check out the biggest gadget sale at the SM Cyberzone running all throughout August 1 to 31, 2019. Again, happening here at the SM City San Lazaro. Do not forget to drop by. Once again, my name is Javier. I'll see you guys later.